Hey there, how are we doing today? Today, as you can tell by the box, we are looking at an Oris, and this is a new Oris because it's got the new blue cardboard box. And it opens up just like this, like a little door. And we are taking a look at the Divers 60th anniversary edition. A few years ago, yes, they had another anniversary edition, but now this one is the 60th, and they've updated it a bit. And with this watch, not only do you get the metal bracelet, but also it comes with a leather strap. Now, my preference is usually to have the rubber strap, but this particular model, the 60th anniversary edition, with the big numbers on the dial of the 12, 3, 6, and 9, you can see it all taped up there. And this is a remake of that original Oris, and you can tell the font is a little different on the dial as well. Again, paying tribute, since this is a 60th anniversary edition of the watch. Recently, I went over the other Diver 65 watch that came out that was kind of the modern interpretation of it, but this one pays more homage to the original 1965 Divers watch. And this being 2025, recording this video, it is a 60th anniversary edition, and it is always a very sharp and retro looking watch. I mean, I love it. It looks cool. Again, my only thing with these is the tapered bracelet. It feels a little better, I guess, when you're wearing it, but it just feels like it gets too thin for me on the other side. So if you like a big watch, I don't know if this would be your kind of cup of tea, but those of you that want something that feels a little smaller, this is a good watch to go with. And here we got it without all that annoying plastic, and you could see that font on the dial, kind of like the original Oris font on there. For those of you that love reference numbers, this one is 0173377724034-set. Now this watch is a 40 millimeter size, so it's not really a small watch. You're not looking at a 38 or 39, but it does feel smaller because of the tapered band on it, the tapered bracelet band. And you can see, it is a Diver 65, and it is a very cool looking watch. I remember when they did the reissue of it a few years ago. Man, that thing was everybody loved it, and it's still a very cool retro looking watch. I think they've knocked it out of the park with this one. Oris kind of got the hang of the 65 and kind of kept developing it, but keeping it its own thing. It doesn't. It's got that real traditional feel, while the Aquis feels very modern. This one feels, something mid-century. A little after that, something 60s, 70s kind of vibe with the dial and the way, kind of like that 12, 3, and 6 and 9 kind of pop out from it. So when you see it, it just kind of gives you that old school kind of vibe. So they did a great job celebrating the original watch design, and it's got luminescent numerals, and we'll see it in the dark soon. And the crystal is a domed sapphire crystal and bidirectional rotating bezel. So this one is super retro, including the old original Oris logo. So again, it's the retro logo when you take a look at it here. So if you're looking at it, you're like, hey, that doesn't look like the normal Oris logo. It's because they've got that retro vibe, and even underneath the Oris, saying waterproof underneath it. So this watch is the 60th anniversary this year, 2025, and it celebrates the original dive watch design. And this was the 60th anniversary, so I guess I should have seen it coming. But with the other 65 they released. I thought they were just going to do the modern interpretation, but it's kind of neat that they have this retro edition too. Here you can see the leather strap, so if you want something a little more dressy looking, the strap is really nice. And you can see it there, and then pop the other one if I can on there, to kind of give you that the kind of vibe. It gives you that the little dressier vibe on your dive watch. And because it's not like a big chunky dive watch, it kind of fits in. You can wear it more with a suit and stuff instead of like one of these big dive watches like an Aquis. I love Aquis, they're great, but this one can kind of do more of both. And here you can see the tapered bracelet on my wrist, how it like goes down, but then when you're bending your wrist, I can see it feeling more comfortable and everything. For those of you that don't know, Oris makes automatic watches. Oris was founded in 1904 in Holstein, Switzerland. And Oris is an independent company. It's not owned by any bigger company, so they kind of do their own thing, and it's kind of a funky brand, and they make a lot of cool stuff, and they've been doing it for a long time. Now, even though it says waterproof under the logo, it is really a water resistant watch. Not waterproof. It is 10 bar water resistant. And for those of you who like to switch the straps, it's a 20 millimeter strap that's on there, or bracelet right now. And my wrist is about a 7.5 inch wrist, so you can kind of get the size comparison. And here's that full lume glow. Just looks killer, looks awesome. It just, you see it in the dark. It's so easy to see it, and it's so identifiable. Even at night, it's retro, which is very cool. I'd like to take the time to thank you all for watching the video. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.